All right, so what's good, y'all? It's episode 2 of the podcast. It's your boy. My name is Dallin. I'm here with my cousin. We grew up together, basically my little brother. We both light skinned, you see, you know what I'm saying? He got dreads, I got waves. But we've been kicking it. He moved back to where we from originally. So we've been kicking it more, hitting the gym, playing hoop and different things like that. So I've been chopping up with him here and there, talking about situations that we've experienced together. But we both experienced in life the struggle, and we just have been chopping it up. And I asked him if he would hop on the podcast with me, you know what I'm saying? And just talk about today's topic is why as a man you don't open up in your own perspective, your own words, and we're gonna get into that, but first I'm gonna let him introduce himself and then we'll jump right into it.
What's good, y'all? My name is Davion Hughes. Like he said, we both from the same little
we smoking that fat
neighborhood, same little spot, man. It's really ain't nothing new, man. It's the same thing. We're gonna get right into this episode and see what y'all got for us today, man.
The question again is, like, why don't you open up as a man? Here, you can go ahead and take it. Me pass the blunt. I'm holding the blunt. I'm going to let it run out. But for me, personally, a lot of times when I have opened up, people have never really seen, like, the issue for what it really is. And especially as a man, you told not to. Like, that's what you taught. You taught to keep your feelings in. You taught to, if you release your feelings, then you're weak. If you talk about them, then you're weak. So then as you get older and you want to talk about them, you don't, because you were never taught to. Especially for me, my dad really wasn't there for me growing up, and my mama either, so I really had no one to help me navigate my emotions and navigate my feelings. And then when it came to me actually navigating, opening them up, people never really saw my perspective or saw from, my point of view on how I thought life worked and how things affected me. And a lot of times I feel like with women that I've came up and been like, I've even apologized before I've like addressed something and be like, this has made me upset, and I don't really agree that it's made me upset, but I want to let you know that I'm upset just to let you know so you don't assume anything or you don't think nothing's wrong. I want you to be honest with you. And I've sat down and been like, this is what's going on, and instantly they get mad, or instantly they be like, why do you even think like that? And I'm like, it's not that I'm trying to think like this, it's just that's what I'm thinking. And I'm just letting you know that it's affecting me, whatever it may be. So that's why I didn't open up, but because the world, I do now, but then I didn't. I do now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I do. So like now I open up because I understand it's healing and it's part of my calling. And I just had a dude call me literally yesterday crying, talking about, he watched my TikToks, and he's never had somebody be able to say what he needs to say. And for me, I've had that experience with the speakers that I listen to where I'm listening to them and I'm bawling crying because what they're saying is what I've needed to say and what I've needed to do in my entire life. So you already know what I'm on. But that's me. This is my boy Davion. He's going to answer the question next. And the question again is, why don't you open up as a man? And we got a woman here too, my sister. We might throw her in the little mix.
So I feel like as a man, a lot of people are either scared to open up or don't necessarily feel that somebody's going to understand where they're coming from. I know me, I've been put in many situations where, a lot of people either always got something negative to say or always got something to say in general that necessarily isn't helping me or beneficial to me in any way. I know, like I said, as a man, it's a lot different opening up, and you also got to be careful to who you open up to and the things that you say as well.
Popo coming, boy.
Some of these people really, honestly, are only here for what's beneficial for themselves, and really just want to stay in the mix, honestly. Other than that, honestly, I really don't know where else to really go from there. I'm going to hand the mic over to my cousin.
All right, so we had a little intermission. We're going to pass the mic to Jay. He's going to answer the question. Why, as a man, as a male, he doesn't choose to open up as much.
Here you go, lady.
For real, I think same reason why everybody else doesn't feel like just people don't understand sometimes. Sometimes I just feel like putting my feelings on the back burner to try to help other people.
Relate to that.
Valid. Super valid.
Other than that, I don't know. I'm gonna hand this over to Miss Ocean.
You slide.
I wanna hear two things from you, Ocean. I wanna hear, why don't you think males open up, and why do females not open up to males?
Okay.
Well,
Just a little bit.
I know with men, a lot of it is it's like stereotype. Like, y'all grow up told y'all not able to cry, you know, you're not supposed to cry. Y'all's fathers are not very, you know, they ain't gonna sit down and talk to you about your feelings, their feelings when they're struggling. That's a lot of it, is that your parents don't even share with you when they have their own struggles. So if your parents don't teach you from jump, you know, how to express your feelings, like man or woman, it like stems back in childhood. As a parent, if you don't sit down with your kid even when you are struggling and let them know how you feel and why you're feeling the way you're feeling, that's the only way anybody can, you know, break out of that cycle, is, you know, just if you got kids, that's the easiest way to do it, is learn through your kids. Yeah, like, don't repeat the cycles. Like, it's my brother, so us growing up, we, you know, we didn't really experience no struggles money-wise. Like, if we did, we weren't told. Like, and I understand that, like, you don't want your kids to get wet in the storm, but like, your kids are going to want to protect you regardless. Like, just like you want to protect your parents when you was a kid. Like, if you did know your mama was struggling.
And the crazy part is, you don't want us to get wet, but we getting torched, dude.
Right.
Soaked over
right. So I'd rather get soaked with you than be, you know,
by myself, alone.
Right, out the mix, and then grow up and learn that, oh, that's why my mama didn't talk to me like that, or that's why my mama was mad that day. You know, because it's going to happen. There's going to be times you ain't, you know, feelings get the best of you. You take it out on people around you, but if you don't sit down and tell them, like, the mind's going to create their own reasons of why you're feeling that way. So you got to tell people how you feel if you want them to know 100% how they feel.
You hate me, like, damn.
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, nigga.
You know, our dad learned how we felt about him in secret ways, like text messages and journals and stuff.
And
like,
Facebook
I want my kid to be able to sit down and be like, this is how I feel. Like, today you really hurt my feelings, Mom. And the only way he could do that is if I do the same for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
And that's all I ask as a man, is to have a safe space, honestly, for me to open up. Is because if I have that safe space, then I have no problem opening up, whether it's for good or bad. Because just as much as I want to celebrate my wins with you, I also want to go through my losses with you, because that's when I'm going to need you the most. Because that's when the beauty comes from it. The beauty's in the struggle, not in the success. It's easy for you to be there for us whenever we winning. But when we losing, are you still going to be there for us? That's all we got to say, bro. Like I said, we added a woman this time. Me and her going to do our separate thing, too, sometimes. Because this is my sister. First time y'all seeing her.